notification bell and get your daily dose of your favorite programs. Thank you for watching RJ Digi TV.
Oh, vaccination, isolation, gotta keep up with my nutrition, gotta maintain my body condition, then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
You are watching the multi-awarded Radio Bandido TV on Channel 224 Sky Cable and TV Plus boxes. Simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Informing, advising, and entertaining the Filipinos and OFWs around the world. Streaming live on www.facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 a.m. or on YouTube, channel RJAM News. To all Teleradio Bandido viewers and listeners, you can now watch Teleradio Bandido on our new YouTube channel, RJAM News. Hit the subscribe button and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified when a new video gets uploaded. Don't miss out on our dynamite lineup. Fierce, fast, and on the go. Meet the fearless reporters of Teleradio Bandido TV. Celestino Jojo Sicat, Vance Fernandez, Rene Maliwat, Jong Manapas, Jimmy Mahusay, Dan Tordevalias, Felix Tambonco, and Romel Madrigal. During a crisis, you need timely and up-to-date reports from the Teleradio Bandido team, daily, plus on Reporters Hour, weekly 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., except Tuesdays, on Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, DZRJ 8:10 a.m., Facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 a.m., and on YouTube, channel RJAM News.
Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers, ang kurap titirisin, sa loob sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin, ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropa. Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pugad Vloggers. It's a beautiful and rainy Wednesday evening. It's the, ano bang date ngayon? It's the 28th of July in the year of our Lord 2021. Good evening. I'm your host for tonight, Attorney Tom Berenguer. We'll be joined by Attorney Darwin Cañete shortly because I think he got wet in the rain. Anyway, I would like to welcome our very, very special guests this evening. Okay, of course, we have Mr. Ron Poblete, who's a very good friend of mine. Ron, good evening to you.
Good evening, Attorney. Thank you so much for having us.
It's a pleasure having you. And we have our two guests also tonight, Mr. Ira Brillantes and Miss Kay Domingo. Good evening to you, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Sir, I think you're on mute. Can you kindly
Yeah. Good evening. Sorry.
There you go.
Good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers and listeners.
Nice to have you, sir and ma'am. Okay. Well, there's a very, very interesting topic I understand that we're going to talk about tonight. Because as we all know, well, in a couple of days' time, it's going to be the month of August already. And we know that, the next elections, the preparations for the next elections for next year, 2022, are just around the corner. And we have a very, very interesting, shall we say, game that we would like to know more about, because this is really very, I'm really very curious, no? Mr. Brillantes, what is this thing that you're using? I understand it's for voter education. Is that correct?
Yes, correct, sir. Actually, this brilliant idea came from Mr. Ron Poblete when we were talking. We were talking about ano kaya magandang platform na FB-based platform na kung saan ma-measure natin yung sentiments ng mga tao in terms of yung mga napipisil nila ng mga the next batch of leaders na i-elect in 2022. So we came out when we had this meeting and along with Kay Domingo, who is our research director at our company Blueprint.ph. So we came up with a gamification model na kung saan we measure the big data that are surrounding the various personalities, hindi lang politiko, hindi mga personalities din, na lumalabas na pwedeng tumakbo ng senador, pwedeng tumakbo ng presidente, vice president. And we came out with around, tama ba? Mga around 33.
32 or 33. Yes.
Names na we scanned, using a proprietary software. It's somewhat technical, It's NLP, natural language processing software. It's basically the software used to be able to do sentiment analysis on Facebook and other social media platforms. So nung in-scan namin yan, lumabas ngayon yung mga numbers ng mga various personalities, And from there, we did a 1-year scan. So from a certain period backwards 1 year, nakita namin kung sino yung mga pinag-uusapan, sino yung mataas ang engagement, sino yung mga marami ang angry, marami ang love, marami ang like, devoid of the usual or outside of the usual na postings ng mga trolls. Ito talaga ang ginamit namin basically yung mga emoticons. Alam mo naman sa Facebook.
So, sir, what is this? Is this like a survey? Are you doing surveys?
Well, it's sentiment analysis. We call it sentiment analysis. Kasi emoticons ng FB yung ginagamit and emoticons are visual representation of emotions of people, So having said that, siguro pinakamaganda nito ma-present namin yung the video. The video na nag-explain ng yung game namin, yung Game of Giants, and then we will later on we'll show you the website kung saan nandun yung mga cards, yung mga social media cards ng mga kandidato. It's very similar to kung familiar kayo sa mga NBA cards or yung trump cards na may mga numbers involved tapos nagpa-fluctuate every so often. Ganon din siya. Ganon din yung principle. So, if I may invite Kay.
Yes, please. Please, ma'am. Please be our guest.
Yes. May I add on that? This effort is also for us to be more familiar with how are we going to maximize the use of social media when it comes to the election season, because the game is changing. Before the pandemic, it's ground game, it's surveys. But now we are doing everything in the cloud. We don't know when the lockdown will be. We don't know if there's going to be lockdown. We don't know if gathering people will be allowed or not. And also there is an emerging set of young people who are coming, who were born after the internet. The internet is now 30 years old. So many of those who will vote are 30 years old and below, up to 18. So ang dami niyan. So
Yes, and definitely just to reiterate and amplify, this is a voter education program kasi pag clinic mo yung mga cards and you go to the website, nandun yung description ng mga achievements, no? Ano yung true blue achievements, hindi yung fabricated achievements and rara. Kumbaga, yung track record nakalagay doon. So you get to be educated. But maliban doon, pag gusto mo pa ma-amplify, you download the cards, you post it sa FB mo, tapos ilalagay mo pa yung naisip mo na achievements nung tao, and then you post and you share, and hopefully yung mga friends mo shares also and all that. So it becomes highly interactive and nagsusnowball siya. But again, the proof is in showing the proof of concept. Okay, pakita natin yung ating
website.
Yeah, no, the video muna. Is it okay for us to show the...
Yes, please, go ahead.
Share screen, please.
Share po ng screen.
Give me a moment. I think our tech has to be informed of that.
Ron, ang ganda ng background mo ha. Showbiz na showbiz ha.
Okay na daw.
Okay.
Yan. Thank you, sir.
Okay, wait. Pinatag ko yung It's 1 minute. Okay, I'll share my screen.
Ano mo ba kakilala ng politiko? Nagagampanan ba niya ang kanyang tungkulin? Binoto mo ba siya dahil magaling siya? O dahil kilala ang kanyang pangalan? Gusto mo ba siya dahil todo ang kanyang serbisyo? O dahil todo bigay siya, kumanta at sumayaw sa entablado? Wala nang hihigit pa sa tamang kaalaman upang maiahon natin ang sarili sa kahirapan. Kapag sinuportahan mo ang tamang politiko, sigurado gaganda rin ang buhay mo. Dito papasok ang bagong online game na Game of Giants. Paraan ito na lumalim ang ating pagkakilala sa ating mga public servant. Pataasan ng score. The more ang accomplishment, mas mataas ang ranking. Paano laruin? I-download ang mga polycard ng paborito mong politiko. Nakasulat sa polycard ang kanilang social media scores. Dito malalaman kung malakas ang hatak nila. Pero mas importante ay dito mo rin matutulungan ang kandidato mo sa pag-share ng kanilang accomplishments sa pamamagitan ng social media posts. The more factual information ang pinapakalat mo, mas malaki ang chance na tataas sa Game of Giants leaderboard ang kandidato mo. Simulan mag-post ngayon at itag ang blueprint.ph #GameOfGiantsPH. The higher the engagement, the more chances to win. Get your polycards now by visiting blueprint.ph. Giant ba ang kandidato mo? Tara, laro tayo ng Game of Giants. Let's pick the right card, ha? The right people to serve us for a better Philippines.
Okay, that's very interesting. One obvious question that a lot of people would have, sir, no, and ma'am, is that we have to go to your website. Is that correct?
Yes, we have to. Okay, please show our website so that we can have a walkthrough na sample ng ating ginagawa.
All right. So here is our website. It's blueprint.ph. Pagpasok nyo, makikita nyo agad yung Game of Giants. So these are the polycards. You could see the polycards here. So these are arranged by rank. For now, the number one is Dr. Willie O. He really has a very good social media engagement score. And then when you see, this is the part of the education part. There. So we have total data points, which is the total of the posts, comments, shares, and reactions. Post here, ito po yung mga pinopost ng mga tao. Ang caveat po namin ay ito ay galing sa publicly available pages. So if your Facebook page is private, our tool doesn't cover that because it's not for public consumption. But these are coming from public pages. Usually it's the media pages or the community pages or some other pages that are publicly available. And then we have posts, comments, shares, and reactions. This is over for 1 year. So ang daming reactions, 168 million for the 15,000 posts.
Ma'am, the reactions, they include positive and negative.
Yes, it's the
may angry, may sad, may happy, may
positive,
laugh,
wow, sad,
okay.
and angry. Yeah. And then ito yung sa kanya So ang engagement score it's the one we compute. So another thing that the viewers should know, or those who will play this should know, that the engagement score ang laki ng binibigay niya sa shares. It's computed as comments times 10% plus reaction times 10% plus shares. Kasi yun ang kumakalat shares. So share given 100% doon sa computation yung engagement score. Itong engagement score, common to sa social media platforms of how they compute your influential score or your engagement score. So the more shares you have, the more chances of winning the game, or the more chances of you having a very, very high engagement. So pag gagawa ang call to action, share. So lagi diba sinasabi share this, follow us, click like, share this. Yun. And the total data points, ito po siya lahat. Post, comment, shares, reactions. And then, the reactions are divided into how many? This is like, love, haha, wow, sad, and angry. So, this is amazing, kasi doon mo makikilala kung paano mag-react ang Pilipino sa mga pinopost sa Facebook. Discover na hindi tayo masyadong galit, pero mahilig tayong tumawa. So, ganun yung common observations. So, medyo kailangan nating ma-determine kung ano yung tawa na yan. And then here are the rankings. So, I think we have how many? So, let's go to the last. We have 31. 31 potential, we have 31 politicians and personalities who are potentially running for the next election. So the top, we rank this according to engagement score. So again, pinakamalaking factor ay shares. So Dr. Willie Ong, so malaking factor din po dito ang post. Kasi syempre, mas maraming post, mas maraming share, at saka followers. Mamaya we will present something na walang follower. Kaya bakit importante na meron kang Facebook page? So Dr. Willie Ong this is the top so far, followed by President Duterte, Disco Moreno, and Leni Robredo. This is amazing, no? I'm not endorsing, but the data is very amazing. Willie Revillame is number 5. So look at these people. We have Willie Ong, President Duterte, Disco Moreno, Leni Robredo, and we have Willie Revillame, Vico Soto, Manny Pacquiao, Bongo, Raffy Tulfo, and Bongbong Marcos. We very well know that these people are very active in social media and very popular among their followers. The local government officials, Disco Moreno and Vico Soto, really use the platform to show their activities. And also, we know that Willie Revillame and Raffy Tulfo have their daily programs na doon matataas ang engagement. So, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has a very strong and loyal following, and we know that. Yun yung mga kailangan nating makita. Okay, who else is there? So we have Alan Cayetano, Vicente Soto, Francis Escudero, Grace Paul, Lucy Torres, Panfilo Lacson, Manuel Lito Lapid, Sherwin Gatchalian, Dick Gordon, and Sani Engal. Okay, so dito po tayo tumingin sa ito sa poll cards, no? So those are the rankings. So these are the cards. So we have President Duterte, Mayor Isko, Vice President Lenny, Billy Revillame, Vico Soto, Manny Pacquiao, Bongo, Rafi Tulfo, Bongbong Marcos. Ayan. Captain lang pala ang nilagay ni Kuya dito. And here's the instructions of how you will play the game. Download the polycard, share the polycard in your social media platform of choice. It could be in Twitter, Instagram, preferably Facebook, but put that post on public mode. Write factual achievement of your candidate, and then type the hashtag, make it public, and then you write down your facts, and then you repeat the process and share it. And then every 2 months we will update the ranking. Yes.
Okay, can you click on one card para mapakita natin yung narrative naman, para mapakita yung mga
Okay, let's go to President Duterte. Ayun. Yeah, there. So here is what we have. Bawat politiko meron siyang sariling page. So the official page is there. How many page followers are there? It's here also. We will also update these things. Total data points, engagement score.
Yeah, but aside from the numbers,
Ma'am, just a question, no?
Yes.
When you say page followers, where did you get that? What's that page?
The
From
official
Facebook alone?
page. Yes.
So that is only Facebook.
Yes, Facebook only.
Okay.
Because Facebook has 80 million Filipino Filipino accounts. So this is for us. This
Pero
is
30 million lang actually. Ay,
most right. Bakit 40 million?
Diba?
Troll.
Diba kasi ang dami-dami daw dyan may multiple accounts diba?
Ayun.
yes, correct. But it's still a very mature platform for
Yeah.
analysis.
Of course.
I mean, 193,000 posts, it's not zero. And ang dami niyan. And then we are able to capture this quickly and the volumes of data that we have. So big data is really here to help us synthesize what we need to know.
Okay, please show the narrative.
Okay, here.
Yan, yung
So we have short descriptions for this one. This was based from, and then this one, ito po yung gusto namin palakihin. Mas maraming achievements na maililista dito with, of course, vetting from who will write it down. So, para siyang crowdsourcing, no? And then the people will tell
parang Wikipedia, ganon.
Yes, Wikipedia na, and then people will tell you what to. And then we could also see if that posts have a lot of, if it resonates, kung marami siyang reactions or marami siyang love or maraming nag-engage sa kanya or marami siyang shares. Oh, depende yan. Kasi napansin po namin may mga issue talaga na nagre-resonate sa isang politiko. At saka magandang issue, hindi magandang issue. So makatutulungan po siya kung saan niya ilalagay ang kanyang messaging at saka narrative. At matutulungan din ang audience kung paano magtimpla at mag-judge kung ano. Mas maganda kasi transparent And you know who will post it. People will be the one who's going to say. And so ito po, yan, effort po kami sa pagpapaganda ng itsura ng ating yan.
Siguro curious sila boss na nasa si Sarah, yan yung si Sarah. As of this time, and probably can explain why. Let's explain why.
Okay. So Sarah Duterte, let's go to Sarah. She's number 20 because she doesn't have this. When we did it, she doesn't have an official Facebook page. She just had it recently. So wala siyang makinarya ba pagdating sa Facebook. Wala siyang opisina pagdating sa Facebook. That's why but this is the findings for this is very interesting. Kasi mataas pa rin kahit wala siyang Facebook page. Engagement score 60,000. And reactions 524 and then 295,000 likes, 73,000 love. The positive is
At least 28,000 lang yung angry. Yung kay Lenny, 1 million plus.
maraming laugh.
Fiscal
Oh,
TV.
Attorney Darwin Cañete has just joined us.
Yes, yes, yes.
And he dropped another bomb again.
Hindi, ito para ako naalala ko yung trump cards eh.
Yes,
Yun nga
exactly.
talaga, Pascal. Yun yung, yung idea behind it.
Super
Yun yung
Trump.
idea behind it na para siyang trump cards.
Para siyang trump cards eh. Kundi yung sa likod ng Transformers na alam mo yung pag bumibili ka ng toy sa likod may stats ng mga Transformers
Yeah.
toys. Parang ganun ang dating sa akin eh.
I think yung to simplify the idea for our viewers, Fiscal Attorney Tom, is that yung ginawa ng ng element or component na game siya para maging interesting yung process of researching on a candidate. Kasi per se, kung sasabihin mo sa viewer, oy, research mo naman yung kandidato mo para naman alam mo yung mga nagawa niya. Parang ang kagad doon, parang hirap naman yan. That's too much hard work. Pero kung gawin mong game, mas maingganyo sila na ano ba talagang nagawa ng aking kandidato. So pwede nilang gamitin yung mga cards kasi it's visually appealing and may mga statistics pa panglaban dun sa mga ayaw nilang mga kandidato. Oh, yung kandidato mo wala namang nagawa yan eh. Tingnan mo sa akin, ang daming accomplishments. So yun yung point dun, Fiscal Attorney.
But how do we regard accomplishments? I mean, kung accomplishments like hard building, like for example, yung build bridges, airports, no problem sa accomplishment, quantify.
Yeah, tangible.
Pero yung photo ops ba o ribbon cutting considered accomplishments?
Or yung yung coordinating, di ba?
Coordinating.
Yung
Alam mo yung
tinawagan mo yung,
diba?
Ayan, mga ganon. Diba?
Malabo yun, malabo.
Siyempre, when we talk about that, it's legacy, something from the long term.
Yung medyo naman, na mabago yung buhay ng tao.
Oo, substantial dapat.
We're talking about
It's
impact.
possible that eating her Lenny spaghetti changed your life. Mahirap din sa...
Yeah, that's possible, di ba? I mean, di ba? Parang ako naman, mga kaibigan, di ba? To our guests here, di ba? How do you that? My question at the top of my head, how do you quantify that? Kasi accomplishments to a person, di ba? To each person, may kanya-kanyang di ba? Basis for saying accomplishment na to. Mga ibang tao, let's face it, medyo mababaw. Mga iba naman are more demanding. So, how do we quantify, let's say, accomplishments?
Kasi for a mayor of Davao, like... Go ahead, sir.
Sige po.
For example, in the case of Mayor Sara Duterte, di ba, mayor siya. So, we have statistics. Yung kanyang administration as mayor and then president, meron siyang mga statistics, may metrics siya. Lenny, her main job is waiting for the president to die. So, and she has no cabinet portfolio.
Yes.
Ano accomplishment niya dun?
Yeah, the beauty of the system, is that we technically have 80 million respondents na pwede react and then accumulated yung engagement. So halimbawa, nakita na may pinost yung kay Lenny, tapos yung pala ang babaw-babaw, yung spaghetti lang or lugaw, yung sabi nyo nga. Tapos makikita natin sa reaction ng tao kung yung echo chambers lang yung nagre-react eh. Pero outside of the echo chambers, outside of her official Facebook page, pag nakita natin na nag-resonate, maraming natuwa or walang natuwa, 'di ba? That's the proof na na yung reaction ng mga taong na hindi sila political wonks or policy wonks, no? Yung 80 million hagip lahat yan eh. Hindi man lahat yan na buong-buo, pero hindi biro yung ini-scan na data with the software that's being used. At any given time, halimbawa, i-type natin Sara Duterte, 2 petabytes of data. And 2 petabytes of data is basically 2 million gigabytes of data na ini-scan sa buong FB sphere
Facebook
ng
platform.
Filipino. Tapos tsaka lalabas yung mga data, yung mga findings, yung mga numbers. So it really in the same way, no? Pwedeng halimbawa, yung may nag-post na ang achievement ni Duterte dahil halimbawa yung kalye namin na 30 years na sira, ngayon maayos na, simentado pa. So sa isang banda, napaka-parokyal, no? Napaka-local, pero pag pinost yun tapos maraming engagement, maraming natuwa lalo na sa lugar na yon, then it adds to the legitimacy, it adds to the to the compelling story of the president. So ano siya? Kumbaga,
Yeah. Question: Can it be gamed? You know what I mean? Game. It can be, for example, when you
Manipulated.
once you find out what the algorithm is looking for,
yes.
you can artificially inflate for a particular candidate.
Ang pinaka-valuable dito, and we will show you later, ang pinaka-valuable po dito yung mga emoticons. Kasi Facebook has been able to provide that as the visual representations ng emotions. Kasi pag tinignan natin, halimbawa, yung troll operation, the way na kinukwento, hindi ko alam kung paano yan. Pero, yeah, right. na kinukwento, di ba? Cut and paste, tapos screenshot para makakubra ka eh. Pero sa emoticons, isang comment or isang post, isa ka lang eh. Pwedeng like ka lang, pwedeng love, isa lang. So, you just imagine that, you're going to do that mag-isa ka, di ba? Napaka-cumbersome. Tapos wala namang solid proof na nag-troll ka. So we put premium on that. Now, what do I mean by we will show you the nitty-gritty of it. Outside of the Game of Giants platform, which is a gamification platform for voter education, there is a deep dive analysis that we do. Dito naman papasok yung Blueprint as a research firm. We do deep dive analysis, no? And this is where the pudding comes in. Okay, if you may, please show them the numbers of scan natin kay Mayor Sara Duterte as an example. No? Ito by subscription ito. Yung mga interesado mag-subscribe, no? But this is the more compelling output. Ayan. Okay, please walk through.
Okay. I'll try to do this quickly. Medyo info overload tayo ng konti. So, bigyan ko kayo ng konting warning on that. So, we scanned Sara Duterte from 31 May 2020 to 2021. Okay, so this is the overview of what you would expect. Word cloud, number of posts, shares, comments, the reactions, the negative and positive issue spikes, who are the influencers, top thematic engagements, and the top most engagement. So makikita po kung ano yung mga words na most associated sa kanya sa mga posts, ilang posts, ilan nag-comment, ilan na nag-share, ano-ano yung reaction, ano yung mga reaction na madaming love at saka madaming angry. And then who are the influencers who would you contact, for example, when it comes to Sara Duterte, or sino yung mga pinakamatindi ang suporta sa kanya na nakatulong para dumami ang kanyang social media engagement. Dahil ito po yung panahon na wala pa siyang Facebook page. Kaya siya ang ginawa namin ng case study. Kasi kalat pa to. And then, ano-ano yung mga gusto ng mga tao na balita tungkol sa kanya. So your question on engagement and accomplishment will be reflected here. Ito po yung paborito ko pag ginagawa ko to kasi makikita mo kung ano talaga yung ginawa niya at kung ano yung nag-resonate dun sa mga ginawa niya. And people surprise me, when I do this. And which are the top most engagement. So if you're going to do your messaging, ano yung mga pwede mong makita? Okay, so here, So ito po yung word cloud. So kung meron kang 9,000 posts, ano yung pinaka-common na makikita mo dun sa post at dun sa common, ano yung pinaka-maraming engagement. So when Pulse Asia will release a press release na siya ang leading sa presidential, for now, siya yung number 1 sa survey, pagtanong kung presidente, yan, 80% or 7, dyan talaga siya pumapasok. Sa balitang yan. Okay. Secondly, All right, sorry. So this is the post. So again, she didn't have an official Facebook page during this time. Ito po yung post tungkol sa kanya. So every day she have like 1 to 234. The highest was during her birthday. Post lang po ito. This is over 1 year. So the total post we have is 12,724. So it's safe to say that she has 1,000 every month. So in 1,000 divided by 30, so may mga 30 posts about Sara Duterte every day, which is commented by almost 2 million, shared almost 1.9 million, and the reactions are 10 to 11 million. So ito yung reactions. So tama kayo, wala masyadong galit. Ito yung usual reaction ng Pilipino. Like, love, haha. So this is haha is an enigma. You know, I love the Filipinos. Sometimes you don't know how they think. So hindi ko alam. So malaki rin, 20%. So siguro kung paborito ko yan. And then love, this is very safe. For politicians, ang trivia ko dyan is love is if you have 10%, jackpot ka na. Pero kung gusto mo i-compare yan sa, for example, sa K-pop idol o kaya sa paboritong aktor, yan, 80% yung love. Pero sa politiko, 10 to 12, jackpot ka na yan. Mataas na yung 14, 15, mataas na yun. And then likes. So, okay, like. So, nilike ko to, so like. Alright. And then, so, ano yung dun sa mga post, ano yung mga araw na pinakamaraming engagement. So makita we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spikes. So dun sa 10 spikes na yon, tiningnan namin with a minimum of 60,000, more than 60,000 engagement score. So it means mga na-share siya more than 50,000 times. So ano po siya? So ito, the limiting of number of guests. So it's a COVID-19 protocol, local pronouncement, limiting, and then President advised Sara not to run, lifting the requiring quarantine pass, imposition of curfew, and not forced to wear face shield. And then, so we could see here that most engaging are on COVID-19 protocol, local governance for COVID-19 protocol. So yung comment yung kanina, ano ba yung accomplishment? Ito po yun. So makikita natin ano yung most engaging, ano yung pinakagustong marinig ng mga tao. So 4 out of 6 here is about her local governance during the COVID-19. So ito po yung love. So ito yung spikes. So we have two very high spikes here. Let's see what this is. So ito po. So ano yung mga gusto ng mga tao na maraming love? Like 6,000 to this is a different story, no? Pero makakatulong yan sa pag abante ng pag nagkampanyahan. So we have 6,000 to close to 10,000 loves. So birthday and then the advice. So this is a father concern. And then one from Marcos, turnover during Typhoon Rolly, and one from the Bongbong Marcos page. Oh no, Rodrigo Duterte page, as Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte leading the presidential survey, and then the birthday. So this is more common. Okay, so which are the negative trends? Which this didn't resonate most? Pero you should note also that angry is very low. So tingnan lang natin to when it comes to, how we could be more careful with our messaging. And or kung kayo na mag-comment mamaya. So there are 3 very low, quite higher angry reactions from the larger media firms. So for the love, we have the influencers that are, of course, that love Sara. And for this one, for the angry, we have the media pages. on. So it's also about her running, whether or not to run. Second is this is the vendor show of 2021 calendar bearing the image of Davao City Mayor Sara and the Sara Run campaign in February. So those are the things that had more or less negative reactions.
So let me get this straight. Ang tatlong pinakamalaki niyang negative stories on social media belong or came from
Yeah.
pages belonging to one is Rappler,
PDI, and Philippine Star.
Philippine Daily Inquirer, and Philippine Star.
So
Ito yung mga regular outlets ng kritisismo sa president.
Yeah. So yeah, makikita niyo. So at least that you have data on that. So, so be clarity. Okay. Next. So what are the trends? So yeah, when it comes to accomplishments, we captured here that the high trending issues or posts about her are her policies in Davao City. People like clarity. So yan yung clear policies niya, kahit wedding lang yan na 10. Gusto nila yon kasi klaro. And then merong isa nag 76,000 engagement. So yung local government implementation yan. Ayan, mataas yung ano. The negative impacts, ito po kasi it's common. I put this there because this is very common. Tatlo siya na major news pages from Metro Manila. And then the most positive impact, the highest number of love was her birthday greeting and from the 30 friendly pages such as the 30 News and the I Mean News page. So, dyan pa lang kita mo na if how you're going to build up your social media strategy. All right. So, what with topics, no? So, we go there further. So, which topic? So, I divided here from who are the influencers. We could see celebrities. So, Chris Aquino had one post. Sara Duterte was there and it had really, really big engagement. Ang taas niyan. And then, pero it's a personal post, but she was there and it was high. Government, and then we have the LGU or from Davao, local media, national media, and then so we have 21 posts na matataas talaga siya with engagement score of more than 10,000. Yep. Okay, so the topics were COVID-19 policy in Davao, Christmas greeting, the presidential election. Social media here is when Facebook removed some of her pages, some pages made for Sara because they said that it's tawag dito, para troll operation. And then the New Year post and a personal post from another celebrity. And then the sources are local, national government, celebrities, and other NGOs. So dito kita mo pa lang dito kung may troll operation na. Kasi yung pinakamatataas lang talaga yung kinukuha niya. All else the negligible, I don't think, kasi ang kinukuha po niya is top 300. Yung top 300 na may pinakamatataas na engagement scores. Alright, so these are the discussion of topics. Popular talaga yung election and Christmas greeting and the COVID-19 policy. For the sharing, the most shared was the COVID-19 policy. So mahal na mahal po siya ng kanyang mga tao sa Davao. Talagang sinishare yung kanyang mga policies. And then for the reactions, the highest one, mataas yung kay Chris, COVID-19 policy, and then Christmas. And so the personal messages, birthday, Christmas, greetings, and gusto yan ng mga tao kasi it gives them a personal touch. And then this is the sentiments, no? Like, love, haha, wow, sad, angry. So pag family po, mataas ang love and like. Yung Facebook check, mataas ang haha niya. Election, it's still quite divided during May, social media wise. Like, love 12% and 43 ha. And then the COVID policy. Yan. And so iba talaga yung so itong dinivide natin yung mga text. So these are the top engaging posts. Ito po yung gusto ng mga taong basahin. Dito sila nag-share ng madami, nag-react. Yung Sunstar Davao, kay Chris Aquino, Inquirer.net. So divide po ito, pro at anti, from the government, Department of Health, and Pulse Survey Asia. Pulse Asia Survey. Sorry. Okay, so, yeah. And then, the comments are divided into positive, neutral, and negative. Maraming negative. Ito. Also on marami po nagko-comment sa major newspapers. Yeah. Halos nandun yung top comments.
But I don't understand. May mga influencers or bloggers that have been constantly posting about Sara Duterte. Are there engagements also?
We'll go there po.
We'll go there.
Okay.
Kasi you have to remember this is a radio program, so this part of if you have to run through all these presentations, they won't be able. They're not gonna see these graphics.
Okay. All right. So for the influencers, so I'll just go there. Yeah, madami po. Ang pinakamataas ay si Makauson. And then Maharlika, and then Lord Alan Velasco, Senator Amy Marcos, banat by House of the Representatives, Senator Win Gatchalian and Makauson, with more than 1,000 engagement scores. At kakonti lang po ang post. Like Makauson was only 4, but the value is 4,950. So mataas po yan. Yeah. So we have a lot of influencers and groups that posted about Sara Duterte. But the value of engagement is not as high as the major newspapers that we have. So that is how we do it. Yeah, and then comparing with the others, 2 million dito ang, I think this is the newer data. 2.3 million engagement score against the others, which is 6.6 and 4 million and 3 million. Pero wala pa siyang Facebook page. So that's the details of how you deep dive into these things. If you really want to know how you perform in social media and how are you going to make your messaging and your engagements more influential.
Question: If Sara, the president is not going to run, this is not a re-election for the president. She's not competing with the other candidates. Basically, ano siya his term is done. Tapos na. So this is just endorsed. This is basically choosing his successor.
Yeah.
So, is there possibility that the metrics of the president will transfer to Sara, considering that parang nangyari noon, there's a page for Noy Noy and then they just took it over. Parang ganun ang nangyari. Any favorable view of the president would transfer. To the
that will be basically measured once the candidacies have been filed para mas definitive na yung listahan. As of this time,
right, correct. So basically right now, this is kasi basically Sara has not yet declared. So yan ang problema niya. So understandable kung wala siyang statistics. She just formed her Facebook page I think a week ago.
Yes. Meron siya sir statistics pero pinanggagalingan basically yung Davao City government.
Okay.
Yun ang de facto official page na ngayon. So makikita nyo at nagda-drive yung narrative niya ngayon, karamihan yung mga news outlets din ng kasama yung news outlets ng Davao. Pero ngayon, na medyo nagmeron siyang sariling Facebook page, definitely magbabago na yan. Yung nung isang araw lang, kukunti lang yung followers. Ngayon, nasa mga 200 plus thousand na in just a few days. That's an astronomical and rocket ship type ng pagbulusok ng followers. And we anticipate that's gonna increase exponentially as we go towards October. And pag katulad nga sinabi nyo nga, kung halimbawa hindi mag-file si presidente, kung mag-file man siya, hindi siya mag-file, tapos na yung term niya definitely may pupuntahan yung supporters niya. And pero magre-reflect yan as we go towards October, no? And October will be the start.
Balik tayo dun sa influencer, sir. The number one influencer na nakita ko sa stats niyo is Mocha Uson.
Yes.
Personality influence.
Personality.
Oo.
But in terms of concrete numbers, Mocha Uson compared to the mainstream media pages, are they competitive?
Ito pa ba si Ron? Wait, let me check the number of Mocha Uson blog.
Pwede yan. Actually, makikita
5 million ba yan?
5.6 million.
5.6, yeah. Competitive po. Pero mga, kasi mga ABS, they have 15 million, 10 million, 7 million.
So, mas malaki ang mainstream. However,
Yes,
in terms of singular influencer, Mocha is the highest.
Yes.
Yeah, so naihiwalay ho namin yan we put in certain codes. Naihiwalay talaga namin yung media tsaka yung personality influencers. We can do that. That's why in the presentation nakita niyo magkahiwalay yan.
Another nakita ko doon is one of the personalities in our radio station, yung may sariling programa, Banat By, has fourth or fifth?
Yeah, so he's in the top 10 and with 1,000 engagements.
Top 10, di ba?
Yes.
Social media influencers, si
Yes,
Banat By.
At saka konti lang yung post niya. So
Yo.
pag mas dinamihan niya yan, mas makakasuntok pa siya na mas madami. So content is very important. Content is
yes.
very important. It is very, very important.
Do we consider, for example, somebody like Rafi Tulfo an influencer or
Yes.
a mainstream media or
Madami po siyang yung page pa lang niya madaming, basta ang influencer siguro, consider natin kung gaano karami ang followers. Like Amy Marcos, is an influencer for Sara Duterte. Ang taas ng engagement. Somehow, pagka binanggit yan ng isang, like Chris Aquino was there. It's a very, very high, so it's a rant, basically, but it's an outstandingly high engagement. Pero wala naman siyang sinira doon. May pinasaringan lang siyang ibang politiko. At binanggit lang niya yung ibang politiko na hindi kayo ito. So, that's favorable, you know. You could, kaya isinama ko yan kasi we cannot neglect that kind of number din.
By the way, let's go back to your firm, Blueprint.ph. This is a new organization or medyo may konting history na?
Well, the company is new, pero marami sa amin from various fields already of communication. Like si Kay, research director namin, she came from ADB for the longest time.
Wow, impressive, ADB.
The consultant po.
Naano ako doon. We're not working.
Okay. Mama, my last project was the train, the loan.
Oh, okay. So I should thank you for my lower taxes this time.
Yeah,
okay. You are parang brain trust kayo. You are experts in your relative fields and you decided to form this Blueprint.ph.
Yes. So,
you are basically, this is a service din also and you have clients, di ba?
Yes.
If anybody's interested in getting you as a firm, saan kayo makokontak? Saan kayo ma-reach?
Yeah, visit our website. It's www.blueprint.ph. Yun, pag nando kayo, makikita niyo na how you can contact us. Tapos makikita niyo ng services. You might be mildly amazed, no? Pag nagpunta kayo doon kasi hindi siya political hindi siya political. Politics is a component of it. Pero pag in-scan mo kasi yung Facebook, mabibigla kayo. Ang top of mind ng tao, K-pop, NBA,
simbahan,
OPM, tapos yung
brands,
e-games,
Miss Universe.
yung nasa
Olympics.
Ayan, mataas ngayon ang Olympics.
Yun. So, nasa scan namin yan, na-measure namin yan. So, this is all big data, no, that we scan and we analyze, and from which we come up with with generalizations. But fundamentally, all of us come from communications backgrounds, no. Mga karamihan sa amin galing sa UP, Mascom, Devcom, Orcom, no, Com-Arts, no. Yun, lahat kami nagsama-sama and pulling in siguro mga ilang dekadang pinag-accumulated na brain trust na yun. And then Blueprint came about as the next part of the evolution namin as professionals in the comms business. Kaya in-embrace namin yung artificial intelligence, in-embrace namin yung big data, in-embrace namin yung sentiment analysis and all that, no, to be able to...
Anyway, we're 7:54 so basically we're near the end of the program, so okay. I'll give the last word to everybody here.
Yes, please.
Okay, so let me start. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I had fun. This is very new, and I hope your listeners it may take a while to digest everything, but we are here in the digital transformation era and closely going to the Industry 4.0 era. And then this is the way to go. This is new in the country, probably. So we're introducing something very new. Let's be all good to ourselves and study this and be welcoming to new things that are coming. Thank you very much. Yun lang po.
Thank you. And on the part of myself, salamat po for giving us this opportunity, and sana ma-embrace natin yung big data, no. Tayong mga boomers and Gen X, no. Medyo mahirap ng konti, pero we have to embrace it, kasi yan din yung lingwahe ng mga rini-reach natin ng mga botante, no. They will not be looking at grand rallies, no, and sorties. They will not be looking at traditional TV and radio ads. Titignan nila yung cellphone nila. Tapos they'll be forming opinions based dun sa kung ano rin pinagkukwentuhan ng mga kasama nila dun sa mga communities sa various platforms on social media. And with that, we need to be able to understand and appreciate where these people are coming from and how they formulate their opinions. So yun po, mga kasama. Salamat po, and hope to see you again.
Yun. First of all, thank you, Attorney Tom, tsaka Fiscal Darwin, for having Blueprint here in your program.
Always welcome.
Sa mga listeners natin sa RJ, maraming salamat sa inyong patience, no, sa presentation. Na medyo nakaligtaan natin yung point na may mga radio listeners nga pala tong Pugad vloggers, at hindi nila nakikita yung mga na-view natin dito sa ating Zoom meeting, sa ating blog online. But siguro yung pinakamagandang message coming from the people who are behind the Game of Giants social media game, ang pinaka-importanting point doon is that we need, and I think we've had discussions about this, Attorney Tom, before, na talagang importante na magkaroon ng voter education, especially for the next election sa 2022. We have so much, this administration has had so many gains in the last 5 years, and it's going to be a problem if we're going to be going back to our old habits of voting for candidates who are not worth your time or who don't deserve to be in power. So dapat talaga yung ating mga viewers ay maging mapagmatsyag at pag-isipan nila na mabuti kung sino yung bobotohin na sa 2022. And this is a good start. We are marrying entertainment and voter education through social media. So this is the time for most of our voters, especially the young ones, no, yung mga new voters natin, na talagang pag-aralan nila yung kanilang mga kandidato at maglaro ng Game of Giants while doing it. So yun lang, Fiscal Darwin, Attorney Tom, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you to all our guests. Again, we hope that you enjoyed our show today. It was very educational. We look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Brillantes, Ms. Domingo. Hopefully, we can have you again in the future during the election. That would be really fun.
Ganon.
Actually, we want you back pagdating na ng campaign period eh. Parang
Oo.
scorekeeping eh. Tingnan natin kung consistent yung data dun
Oo.
sa surveys or anything that measures.
Oo.
So they are
Ay,
pressured.
maganda yan. Maganda
Oo.
yan. Ano?
By that time na
Ah.
October, mag-monthly na po kami ng
Oo.
scan. Kung medyo
Kasi
dikit-
sir, maganda sa inyo kasi you have quantifiable data that can be easily verified.
Yun.
Kasi my big complaint about these survey companies, well, there was a random sampling of 1,500 or 2,000 respondents. Okay,
Are you talking
saan nyo
about
kinuha yun, di ba?
Yung may Magdalong survey na lumabas.
Wala nga ano eh, di ba? Di ba? Parang nanaginip lang yata yung umano nun eh, di ba?
Anyway, thank you guys for those listeners follow sa amin. Sorry hindi namin kayo nabati, but thank you. Greetings to my wife, Grayson, Sofia, and Wilma. Good night, guys, and see you again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Pugad Vloggers, ang kurap titirisin, salot sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin, ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropa, Pugad Vloggers.